Hi students, good morning and welcome to the new episode of English class. In the previous classes, we had completed our first lesson, that is A Cross Line. Okay, it was a poem and we completed all the works in details. I hope all of you studied the lesson. Test paper will be conducted soon. Okay, then today we are moving on to the next lesson, that is best gift for mother. Our second lesson is best gift for mother. Best meaning good. Good. G-O-O-D. Good. That is positive. Then its comparative is better. B-E-T-T-E-R. That means more than good. That is better. The superlative form is best. B-E-S-T. It is the ultimate form of good. Ultimate form of or superlative form of good is best. That is the end. That means it is the most good one. That is most good is called best. Best, good, better, best. Good, better, best. Best is the superlative form. That means it is the utmost good position, good condition. Best gift. Gift means present. G-I-F-T. Gift means present. G-I-F-T. Gift. What is the meaning of gift? Present. P-R-E-S-E-N-T. Present. Gift. Present means something that we give to somebody with pleasure. That is present on special occasions, on their birthdays, their wedding days, or some many other special days. We gift something to somebody. That is present gift for mother. Best gift for mother. Okay. Some activities are given below. Take the ones that you do to help your parents. Are you in the habit of helping your mothers? Are you? I am asking you, are you in the habit of helping others? If you help or if you do something to your mother will be very happy. Your mother will be very happy. Or at least you try to do your own duties. That means arrange textbook and timetables on their proper pace. And when you come back from school or when you return from school, you should keep your bags and shoes, then uniforms in the proper places, and you clean your shoes, then clean your bed. When you wake up in the morning, you clean your bed. That is a very good habit. That is a very good habit. And have your food without any forcing. Have your food without any forcing, without any compulsion. You have your food, eat your food fully, and bath yourself. Then you are not in the up to the age of washing your clothes, but you can wash your handkerchief, then socks, etc. And that will make your mother very happy. So doing something, that means arranging your things properly. Then don't make the place messy. Messy means confused way. Don't make your place messy. You should be very obedient. Children should be very obedient. You are studying in class 4th and you are somewhat a mature position, and you are not the young kids, but you are somewhat reasonable. That means you are somewhat honored by others. You are sometimes you should be honored by others with your deeds. You can impress others by your deeds. Okay, you try to do your own duties by yourself. Don't interfere or don't nag after your mother for that one, for this one and that one. You always keep yourself independent. You always keep yourself somewhat independent. Do your homework regularly. If you have any doubt, you can ask your mother. That is a good thing. You can ask your parents, grandparents. That's a good thing. But don't trouble them. Don't make a problem to them. Don't go after them always. You do your duties regularly. That is a good habit. Okay. Some activities are given below. Tick the one that you do to help your parents. In the space provided below, paste the photo of an activity that you do to help your parents. If you are doing something to help your parents, you can take the picture of that and paste it on the blank space here. Okay. is a blank face. Sometimes you may be sweeping the room, sweeping the bedroom, or making the bed. Making the bed means arranging the bed in correct order, spreading the bed sheet and spreading the or putting the pillow cover. That is making the bed means. And wash your own plates after having your lunch or dinner. After having your meals, you can clean your own plates and glasses. Then polish your shoes. That is a good habit. Trim your nails. It is very important. Trim your nails at a limited intervals, once in a week or twice in a week. You can trim your nails. Trim means cut short. Trim, T-R-I-M. Trim means cut short. Cut short. That is trimming. You can trim your nails. It's a very good habit of children. It's a very good habit of children. Okay. Here are some pictures. 5 pictures are given here. Which are the activities you do to help your parents? Are you in the habit of helping your parents? Are you in the habit of helping your parents? You try to help your parents. At least you do your own duties. Okay. First one, serving ourselves and having our lunch. It is helping your mothers. You put a tick mark here. You put a tick mark in this first column. Then second one, helping mother. That is also you can tick. Then third one, opening the door for others. When your papa or your relative came to your house, you can open the door for them. You don't call mommy, or you don't sneak out to call mommy. There is no need. You can look from the window who is there. Then if it is a familiar face, you can open the door for them and thereby help your mother. And the next one, polishing the shoes. Next picture is in the first picture of the second row. The first picture of the second row is polishing shoes. While you are wearing your uniform, after that you can polish your shoes. That is a good habit. Then next one, a mother is affectionately taking the child on her lap. That is this one. Playing with the child, affectionately playing with the child or playing the child. It is very good. Then the last one is the blank space. There you can paste a picture that says what is the help you had done or you were doing to your parent. What is the help you were doing to your parents. You can paste the picture of wearing uniform by yourself, or arranging your bed, or making your bed, or cleaning the dishes, cleaning the plates. You can clean the plates after having your lunch. Okay, it is the introduction. It is the only introduction I am going to give you. We take our parents for granted and think that it is their duty to provide us and look after us. We take our parents for granted. G-R-A-N-T-E-D. We are in our mind is set that our parents are the responsible person to do our own duties. We are not doing anything. We are not supposed to do anything. We are not having the responsibility to do anything for ourselves. When the parent, some children are in the habit of not drinking a cup of water by themselves. They are not in the habit of drinking a cup of tea by themselves. They always, Mama, please come and give me the tea. And the mother will come and put the cup near the lip of the child. That is not a good habit. You go to the kitchen and then ask your mother for tea. Then if there was tea, hot tea you are not pouring in, you are not supposed to pour it from the jug. You ask your mother to pour some tea for you, and you should take the cup and drink it. It's a good habit. It is not a bad habit. We take our parents for granted. That means we are in our mind we set that our parents are responsible to do our duties. Their duty to provide. Provide means give. P-R-O-V-I-D-E. Provide. Give. P-R-O-V-I-D-E. Provide. Give. Provide means give. We take our parents for granted and think that it is their duty to provide for us and look after us. Look after means look after, protect well, look after us. Read how Tanu changes after a visit to her friend. In this chapter, the story of two children are described, and one is Tanu and the other one is Manu. Tanu and Manu. And Tanu is changed after the story. After the middle of the story, Tanu is changed a lot. Then what is the situation that changed the mind of Tanu? Okay, let us have a look at that. Before that, you look at the tough words from the introductory part. Title of the lesson is Best Gift for Mother. What is the title of the lesson? Best Gift for Mother. Then good, better, best. Good is a positive. Good means very good. Then better, more than good. Better. Then the last form, best, superlative form, best. Then gift. Gift means present. G-I-F-T. Gift means present. P-R-E-S-E-N-T. Then the next one, granted. G-R-A-N-T-E-D. Granted. Next one, provide. P-R-O-V-I-D-E. Provide. Provide means give. The next words are visit. V-I-S-I-T. Visit. V-I-S-I-T. Visit. Next one, changes. C-H-A-N-G-E-S. Changes. Look at the words. I will read it once again. You please listen to the class. Good, better, best. Then gift, present. Granted, G-R-A-N-T-E-D. Then provide, give, P-R-O-V-I-D-E. Provide, G-I-V-E, give. Next one, V-I-S-I-T, visit. Next one, changes, C-H-A-N-G-E-S. Okay. Once again, I will read the introductory part. You please listen to your text, page number 14. All of you take page number 14. Some activities are given below. Take the ones that you do to help your parents in the space provided below. Paste the photo of an activity that you do to help your parents. We take our parents for granted and think that it is their duty to provide for us and look after us. Read how Tanu changes after a visit to her friend. Okay. The 5th standard students, Tanu and Manu were best friends. Everyone called them twins as they were inseparable. They did all the activities together. That is the first part. Okay, first paragraph. You please listen. The 5th standard students, Tanu and Manu were best friends. Who were the best friends? Tanu and Manu were the best friends. Tanu and Manu, M-A-N-U, Manu were good friends, G-O-O-D, good friends, F-R-I-E-N-D-S. And they were studying in which class? In which class Tanu and Manu were studying? Can you say the answer? In 5th standard. Tanu and Manu were good friends. They were studying. S-T-U-D-Y-I-N-G. Studying. They were studying in 5th standard. F-I-F-T-H. 5th standard. S-T-A-N-D-A-R-D. Okay. These are the first two sentences. Do you understand what is the meaning of the first sentence? 5th standard students, Tanu and Manu were good friends. Who were the good friends? Two questions we can form from that sentence and we can make simple answers. Please listen. Tanu and Manu were good friends. Who were the good friends? Tanu and Manu were the good friends. In which class they are studying? In which class Tanu and Manu were studying? Tanu and Manu were studying 5th standard. Tanu and Manu were studying in 5th standard. Is it clear? Yes. Next one. Everyone called them twins. Everyone in the school and the surroundings called them. What did everyone call them? Twins. 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 Twins means two children born together are called twins. Two children born together to a single mother. Single mother. Who are known as twins? Single mother. Who were called twins? Two children born together to a single mother is called twins. Who are twins? Here who is called twins? Tanu and Manu were called twins because they were inseparable. Nobody could separate them. They were inseparable. Always they were together. That means while taking their lunch they were together. While doing some duties they were together. On the way to school they were together. From school to their home they were together. While playing they were together. While sleeping they were not sleeping. While doing homework they were together. And so all the others called them twins because they were inseparable. Inseparable. Because they were inseparable. Who were inseparable? Tanu and Manu were inseparable because always they were together. They did all the activities together, studying, learning, then going to school, returning from school, then doing their homeworks, then reciting poems, playing games. All the time they were together. They do all the activities. Spelling ACTIVITIES activities. They do all the activities together. Activities means their doings. Activities, yes, their doings. They do all their activities together. So they were called twins. Okay, is it clear? Do you get the meaning of the first paragraph? I read it once again. You please listen to the text. The 5th standard students, Manu and Tanu were best friends. Everyone called them twins as they were inseparable. They did all the activities together. Tanu's mother was a teacher at Tanu's school. Who was Tanu's mother? Tanu's mother was a teacher. Listen here, next point. Tanu apostrophe S. It shows the possession. Tanu's mother was a teacher. MOTHER. Mother was a teacher. 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 Tanu's mother was a teacher at Tanu's school. Tanu's mother was a teacher in which school? At Tanu's school. Tanu's mother was a teacher at Tanu's school. She taught maths. Which subject was taught by Tanu's mother? She taught maths. Tanu's mother taught maths. Okay, I'll read that sentence once again. Tanu's mother was a teacher at Tanu's school. She taught maths. She is teaching the subject maths. Okay. I'll read that two paragraphs once again. The 5th standard students, Tanu and Manu, were best friends. Everyone called them twins as they were inseparable. They did all the activities together. Tanu's mother was a school teacher. At Tanu's school, she taught maths. Manu's mother was a housewife. But Manu's mother, who is Manu's mother, was a housewife. Manu's mother was a housewife. Manu, apostrophe S. Manu's mother, M-O-T-H-E-R. Mother was a housewife. H-O-U-S-E-W-I-F-E. Housewife. Tanu's mother was a teacher. She is working in Tanu's school and she is teaching maths. And Manu's mother was a housewife. Manu also had a younger brother. Manu had a younger brother. Okay. Manu had a younger brother. M-A-N-U. Manu had an younger brother. Younger, Y-O-U-N-G-E-R. Younger brother. P-R-O-T-H-E-R. Okay. Please listen here. We will look into the previous paragraphs. Listen here. Tanu and Manu were good friends. Who were good friends? Tanu and Manu were good friends. And then they were, what did they study? They were studying in 5th standard. In which class they were studying? They were studying in 5th standard. Then they were called twins. Everyone called them twins. Who? Everyone called Tanu and Manu twins. Why? Because they were doing all the activities together. They were inseparable. They were called twins because they were inseparable. Everyone called them twins because they were inseparable. They do all their activities together. They do all their activities together. And who were called twins? For whom we call twins? Twins means two children born together to a single mother. Twins means two children born together to a single mother is called twins. Then inseparable. Nobody can separate them. That is inseparable. Inseparable spelling I-N-S-E-P-A-R-A-B-L-E. The next one activities A-C-T-I-V-I-T-I-E-S. Okay. Then Tanu's mother is a school teacher. Who is Tanu's mother? Tanu's mother was a, who was Tanu's mother? Tanu's mother was a school teacher. And where is she working? She is working at Tanu's school. And which was her subject? Her subject was maths. And who was Manu's mother? Manu's mother was a housewife. And what did Manu have? Manu had a younger brother. Manu had a younger brother. Okay, this is clear. I hope all of you understood the meaning of the first part. Listen, the 5th standard students Tanu and Manu were best friends. Everyone called them twins because they were inseparable. They did all the activities together. Tanu's mother was a teacher at Tanu's school. She taught maths. Taught is the past tense of teach. Taught is the past tense of teach. Teach. Taught. T-A-U-G-H-T. Teach. Past tense. Taught. The past tense of teach is taught. She taught maths. Manu's mother was a housewife. Who is Manu's mother? Manu's mother was a housewife and Manu also had a younger brother. Manu had a younger brother. Okay, may I rub this? Next paragraph. Tanu's mother went to school in the same bus as Tanu and so her day began very early as she had to finish cooking before she left. She managed to do all the works efficiently. Efficiently. Tanu was very fond of eating and always wanted a variety of food in her tiffin. She always argued with her mother about it. Manu's mother always gives her something different in the tiffin. She never brings only parathas, she complained. Her mother tried her best to fulfill Tanu's demands. Okay, is it very easy for reading? No, I will read it once again. You please listen. Tanu's mother went to school in the same bus as Tanu, and so her day began very early as she had to finish cooking before she left. She managed to do all the work efficiently. Tanu was very fond of eating and always wanted a variety of food in her tiffin. She always argued with her mother about it. Manu's mother always gives her something different in the tiffin. She never brings only parathas, she complained. Her mother tried her best to fulfill Tanu's demands. Okay, now we can look into the sentence by sentence and its meaning. Tanu's mother went to school in the same bus as Tanu. How did Tanu's mother go to school? Tanu's mother go along with Tanu in the same school bus. Tanu and her mother were going in the same school bus to school. Tanu and her mother were going along. That means they went along to the school in the same school bus. Tanu's mother went to the school in the same bus means in which bus Tanu is boarding, Tanu's mother was also going in the same bus. And so, because of that, her day began very early. Began means start. Started. Began. Begin. Began. Begin. Began. Began. Begin. The verb and the past tense is began. B-E-G-A-N. Past. Present. Okay. Tanu's mother was also going along with Tanu in the same school bus. So she had to wake up early. So her day began very early. Early means early. E-A-R-L-Y. നേരത്തെ early. E-A-R-L-Y. early. E-A-R-L-Y. early. She wake up early. So her day began very early. Ask why she get up early? She get up early because she had to finish cooking before she left. She had to finish. Finish means complete. She had to finish. F-I-N-I-S-H. She had to finish her cooking before going to school. Before she left. L-E-F-T. Left. L-E-F-T. Left. Not L-I. L-E-F-T. Leave. L-E-A-V-E. Leave. Past tense. Left. L-E-F-T. Okay. L-E-A-V-E. Leave. Past tense. L-E-F-T. Left. Tanu's mother went to school in the same bus as Tanu, and so her day began very early as she had to finish cooking. C-O-O-K-I-N-G. 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 Tanu's mother had to finish means complete her cooking before she had left. She managed to do all the work efficiently. She is very efficient one. Tanu's mother was a very efficient woman. Efficiently, the ability, effectively, efficiently. F-I-C-I-E-N-T-L-Y, efficiently. She efficiently managed. M-A-N-A-G-E-D, managed. M-A-N-A-G-E-D, managed. M-A-N-A-G-E-D, managed. She managed to do all the work efficiently from the day. Early morning, she wake up and then do all the household duties and cooking before before she get ready for school. She managed means she solved it very efficiently. Tanu was very fond of eating and always wanted a variety of food in her tiffin. Tanu was very fond of eating. She loved to eat variety of food. V-A-R-I-E-T-Y, V-A-R-I-E-T-Y. Variety means different types of variety. She was very fond of eating. Tanu was very fond of eating, and she always wanted a variety of food items in her tiffin. Tiffin means lunch box. Tiffin. T-I-F-F-I-N. Tiffin. T-I-F-F-I-N. Tiffin. She always argued with her mother. Argued means argued. A-R-G-U-E-D. Argued. Tarkikika. She always argued with her mother. A-R-G-U-E-D. Argued. A-R-G-U-E-D. Argued. She always means very often. She always argued with her mother for different types of food. Her mother about it. Manu's mother always gives her something different, because Manu's mother, what is the job of Manu's mother? Manu's mother is a housewife, so she is staying at home. She always make different types of food, and she never brings only parathas. What was the complaint of Tanu? Tanu is complaining that Manu is bringing different types of food every day in her tiffin, and she is not always bringing parathas. P-A-R-A-T-H-A-S. Parathas. Listen to the spelling. P-A-R-A-T-H-A-S. Parathas. P-A-R-A-T-H-A-S. Parathas. She complained. C-O-M-P-L-A-I-N-E-D. She complained. Who made the complaint? Tanu made the complaint. Manu is always bringing different types of food. She is not always bringing parathas. She complained. Her mother tried her best to fulfill Tanu's demands. Who is the mother of Tanu? Tanu's mother was a school teacher, and she is working in the same school. She has to go on the same bus. So she wake up in the early morning, and she tried her level best to fulfill Manu's demands. Tanu's demands. Demands means demands. D-E-M-A-N-D-S. Demands. Fulfill. F-U-L-F-I-L. Fulfill means satisfied. Fulfill means satisfied. Fulfill her demands. Okay, and read the paragraph once again. You please listen to your test. Are you listening in the class? Tanu's mother went to school in the same bus as Tanu, and so her day began very early, as she had to finish cooking before she left. She managed to do all the works efficiently. Tanu was very fond of eating and always wanted a variety of food in her tiffin. She always argued with her mother about it. Manu's mother always gives her something different in her tiffin. She never brings only parathas. She complained. Her mother tried her best to fulfill Tanu's demands. Her mother tried her level best to fulfill her demands. Okay, what are the things we studied in this class? What are the things? This story is about two students who were studying in 5th standard. Who were the students and who were the friends? Tanu and Manu were studying in 5th standard, and they were good friends. Everyone in that place and school called them twins. Why? Because they were inseparable, and they were doing all the activities together. And in the next paragraph, it describes about their mothers. Tanu's mother was a school teacher, and she is working in Tanu's school, and she is teaching maths. Manu's mother was a housewife, and Manu had a younger brother. Okay, then in the next paragraph, Tanu and her mother were going in the same bus, as she had to wake up early and complete all the household duties and cooking before she left. Okay, and Tanu is very fond of and Tanu's mother handle it or manage it in a very effective manner or efficiently. And Tanu is all very fond of eating, and she always want a variety of food items in her tiffin. She is always making complaint that Manu's mother is always giving variety of food to her, and she is not bringing parathas every day. Okay, and Tanu's mother tried very hard to fulfill the demands of their daughter. Okay, I'll read that portion once again and stop here. Let's stop there today, and I'll read that paragraph once again. You please listen to text page number 15. The fifth standard students Tanu and Manu were best friends. Everyone called them twins as they were inseparable. They did all the activities together. Tanu's mother was a teacher at Tanu's school. She taught maths. Manu's mother was a housewife. Manu also had a younger brother. Tanu's mother went to school in the same bus as Tanu and saw her day began very early as she had to finish cooking before she left. She managed to do all the works efficiently. Tanu was very fond of eating and always wanted a variety of food in her tiffin. She always argued with her mother about it. Manu's mother always gives her something different in the tiffin. She never brings only parathas, she complained. Her mother tried her best to fulfill Tanu's demands. This is the end of today's class. I hope all of you understood this the first part, and the duty and the rest is yours. You should read the text so many times, and if you have any doubt, you can call me. I hope all of you will read, and today let us wind up the class and continue in the next class. Thank you.